Hey y'all, it's Katrina with Faith and Loops Crochet. Welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. I like to go over different things that happen in my crochet journey. Today is my 3C's Monday. So what's 3C's Monday? That's where we crochet, we have coffee, and we chat. So today I'm going to be actually doing a pattern review with you all. Now, I'm not going to share any of the details of the actual pattern that are, exclusive to the pattern, but I did want to share it with you, and I'll link it below in case you would like to crochet along with me. This pattern right here is a Loso Squirrel by Avery's Crafts a Lot. Now, this is actually, I'm very hopeful that this pattern right here is going to be able to be one of the ones that I add to my $8 items. I'm always looking for more $8 items because they sell the best for me. So if I can work this up in a decent amount of time, I'm going to be adding it to my inventory prep list. So I actually have a market in like 12 days. So I'm excited about that, and I'll be going over my actual inventory list here in just a bit. I did want to go ahead and get started on this project while I talk about that. So I went ahead and done a chain, and I'm not going to give any details about it, but I went ahead and started the chain because that's how it starts. So, and normally I need to concentrate a little bit more, so I went ahead and got that started. I'm hoping I can do the rest of it while we chat. So, I decided to do this project in Burnett Mystical Yarn. Now, if anybody knows me or has watched any of my videos, I am a Sweet Snuggles Light and Chanel Home Slim girl. And I'm starting to run out of colors. I am about out of my pink. I have 2 pinks, but it's the new stuff and it's horrible. So I don't really want to use that in a full project. I'll just use it for maybe some detail items in a project, maybe the nose or something like that. But I'm pretty much out of the pink, and I'm almost out of the good browns. So that is something that I decided I'm going to have to start doing some different projects like the squirrel I'm working on right now. I'm going to have to start doing those in a different type of yarn and kind of transitioning over to a different yarn. So I've started looking around, trying to figure out exactly what yarn and stuff like that I wanted to try. So I looked into the Elise Voluto yarn. And I did actually order some. It was like 3 skeins of yarn off of Amazon. They were running like a real quick sale on it. It didn't last very long. It's back up to price now of like $18 for 3 of them. So I did do that so I could try it. Now, was the yarn really good to work with? Yes. Did I like the yarn? I did. I really liked the yarn. But I've already dealt with one yarn being kind of taken off the market, at least for a little bit. Don't know if it's coming back or not. So it's not something I really want to invest in a yarn that might be harder to get later on. We got things, going on in the world that might, harm the shipment of it, I guess you could say. So I don't really want to get something that maybe be hard to get or expensive to get later on down the line. So I was also looking into their Premier Basics yarn. So the Premier Basic Brights or Basic Chanel Brights is one that I kind of decided I wanted to give a shot. So whenever I went on the crochet retreat, I did have the pleasure, somebody let me work up a project in it. And it didn't hurt my hands. It didn't bother me. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and give that a shot. So what did I do? This weekend, I went ahead and placed an order for $100 worth of yarn from them. So I bought pretty much most of their shades of pink. I think there was like 2 or 3 shades of pink I didn't get. And then I also didn't get, I got most of the shades. I didn't get some of the, I don't think I got all the greens. I got 20 of them. I think 21 shades. So I bought all the browns and tans and like creams, and I got the basics white and white. I got the basic white and black. So I was kind of shocked though, once I actually entered in all my information and everything. They said it would take 13 to 16 days. I'm hoping that changes once the order is actually filled and shipped, because that means I won't get to use any of it for my next market. My next market is in 12 days. So it would be coming in right afterwards. So I'm hoping that that's not the case, but we shall see. So I am excited about that coming in. I'm know of a few projects I'm already going to plan on changing over. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into what my market prep list is. So I'm wanting to get done probably around 32 items or so. So that means I'm going to have to probably get done about 3 items a day. I do think it's doable if I crack down. So my kiddos are on spring break this week. So with them being on spring break, that means I'm not going to be traveling on the road as much. So I might actually have an opportunity to crochet a little bit more, since I won't be traveling 2 hours a day, just going back and forth to take my daughter back and forth to school. I will have to take her on a little shopping trip. She's a thrifter. She loves to thrift, and most of the stores that we have here are, you know, getting ready to close or about to close, or I'm done for the day by the time she gets off. So she don't get to thrift a lot. So I am going to take her thrifting one day. So that's going to take up one day, but I think that I can get this list done if I crack down. So one of the items that I'm actually going to change over to the basic brights is my hot dogs. Now they are by CrochetCustomsCA from California, and they're the little hot dogs with the ketchup and mustard on them. They bring a lot of attention to my booth, and I'm going to switch those over because my browns are about gone, and it is something that I want to make sure that I keep in stock, and I sold out of them at my last market. Now, with that being said, I just said that they might not be here in time. So that is one thing that is on my list that I am kind of nervous about. Like, I think I'm going to wait until the very end, and hopefully the yarn comes up, and it might be something that I have to throw out at the last minute, because the brown that I have in Chanel Home Slim is horrible. So I'm going to do 2 of those, and then another item that I'm actually thinking about switching over is my turtles. So I do have a pretty hefty list of things. Just a second. I think I miscounted here. Let's try this one more time. I think I decreased too much. So give me just a second while I count my stitches. Yeah, that wasn't a pattern thing. That was a me thing. Just to shoot straight. Probably because I was, you know, chatting. So my turtles, I'm probably going to switch over. I'm not going to switch over my small turtles just yet, but my large turtle and my medium-sized turtles, I'm probably going to switch over to the basic brights. I think that they'll work up a little bit bigger, and they'll probably do a little bit better in that size. So those are some of the items I'm going to be switching over. So I actually have 7 small turtles and that I'm wanting to do. I can batch make those over a couple of days, so I think I can do those pretty quick. I'm going to do 1 large turtle, which may actually take up some time there, and then I'm actually going to do 1 medium-sized turtle So altogether, I'm doing 7 small turtles, 1 medium turtle, and 1 large turtle. Now I'm almost done with Cashew the Cow by Madeline Mako. I have one of those I want to complete. I have 1 duck by Madeline Mako that I want to complete. I have a mini duck pattern, which is one, there's a whole bunch of them out there. You just kind of pick your favorite one that you want to use. 2 mushy crushies and 2 pickles, which my pickles I kind of do a little bit differently than everybody else. I haven't found the exact pattern I used. I kind of like looked at some patterns and kind of just made it up to the size I wanted to make it. And which is basically 7 in the magic ring and then increase, and then you just keep continuing down, putting random bobble stitches in. Not that difficult, but that's basically what I do for the pickle. And then I want to do 3 spiders by Handmade by Nicole. I want to do 2 of the dashboard ducks by Bobble Stitch Queen. I want to do a few patterns by Stacy Makes, Apple Tree Boutique. I want to do 1 cardinal, 2 squirrels, and 2 of her ginger bunnies. And then I want to do 3 mini aliens. It's a free pattern on Instagram that I used. I'm not sure exactly who the pattern designer is on that. But I'm sure if you type in alien free pattern, it'd probably show up. And then I want to do 1 Dusty by GoingCrochetzy, which is one of her shelf setter patterns. So I want to get one of those done since I kept the one that I did. He's sitting in the back over here. So with this going ahead and going into the whole GoingCrochetzy, this right here, if you didn't see my last video, this right here is her Giraffe. It's her new shelf setter pattern that just came out, and I had the pleasure of testing it. And if you want my full review on this pattern, check out my video that I posted last Friday. I go over several different new patterns to me if you'd like to see those reviews. But this pattern actually launched today on her Ko-Fi, so I will be linking that below. So this was one of the projects that are first time going to market with me. He is a great shelf setter. So be sure to check that out and give her some support. So that basically wraps up my market prep list. I think I can get it done, but I'm not 100% sure. And it's my list. If I don't get it done, I don't get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this a little bit and double check my stitches and move on to the next section of the pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little music to listen to. Okay, so I finished her up now. I think that she turned out really, really cute. I'm not sure if she quite would be one of my $8 items, but I think that she would probably sell for at least $6. I used a bigger yarn because I used the brunette. She didn't take very long to work up. I don't know about you all, but the first time I do detailing on anything new, it takes me a couple of tries to get it the way I want, but I do think it turned out cute. So that is something that is not pattern related. It's completely me related. So that is something that, you know, you might see in that little clip that it took me a couple of times before I figured out how I wanted it. I do recommend this pattern. I do think it came out really cute. I think I'm going to try the fluffy tail next. Not sure, because I do like the way this tail turned out. Definitely give this one a try. It's by Avery Crafts a Lot. So check out her Instagram, or sorry, her Etsy shop. She does have several other patterns. She's got like a hippo and some loveys and stuff like that. So and I know she's running that 20% off sale, so give her a look. So I still got a little bit of coffee left. I'm not sure how long that pattern took me. I think it took me probably about 20 minutes. It was the first time working it up. I think I could probably get it down quicker next time. Oh, did I tell you all? I got to go to Buc-ee's for the first time. So I had never been to Buc-ee's before, and it's an experience, y'all. It really is. So we went to Tennessee because my daughter had a competition, and we were going to pass Buc-ee's, but we decided to go ahead and stop on the way down there. We had just ate, so we were just checking it out. So I wanted to try to eat there and see what the food was like, because it smelled really good whenever we went down. So when we were coming back up, we decided to go ahead and stop and have lunch there. So I looked at Google to see, you know, like what they had on the menu. And if you've ever Googled somewhere, it tells you like how busy the place is. So it actually says as busy as it gets. So we walked in there, and it was like, if you've ever went Black Friday shopping, this was the equivalent to Black Friday shopping. Let me tell you, there was people everywhere. There was a whole bunch of yelling. I was kind of shell-shocked because I didn't expect to be walking into like a Black Friday sale. So we ended up getting our food and everything. We stayed the bare minimum of time. We just got in and got out, and the food was great. I got the sliced brisket sandwich, which was awesome, and the beaver chips, which were great too. So I did want to tell you all a little bit about that. I watched a video on, I think, Instagram, where this lady said that Buc-ee's was like Walmart and Bass Pro Shop had a baby at Texas Roadhouse. And I get it. Yeah, I could see exactly how that all, like, she got the whole which places mixed with what, because it is exactly like that. There is so much stuff in there. It's kind of crazy. And they call it a convenience store, and I'm not so sure it's a convenience store. There's like, the one I went to, there's like 40 gas pumps. It was just crazy. I thought I'd just tell you that. So I guess that's about all I have to chat about today. Thank you so much for sticking with me. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. I do chat every Monday, but on my Friday videos, I do go a little bit more about what I've crocheted during the week and do market recaps and inventory and stuff like that. So be sure to check me out. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. God bless.